Hey everybody, it is your boy Captain Hunter coming at you again, and thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Do me a favor, make sure that you hit that like, subscribe button, hit that share button, and all that kind of good stuff. Make sure that you are liking in these videos, subscribing, thumbs upping, and sharing these videos, all that. So I got a video for you today. I try to watch a number of different videos, right? That's my form of entertainment. Don't watch too much TV, but, you know, just kind of scroll through videos. And I come across a lot of things from the so-called manosphere, which I tend to check out from time to time. I check them out because I think that they're very interesting, and for a number of different reasons. Number one, I think that there is a serious problem within the African-American community. I'm going to be releasing some more videos about that. And this is just going to continue along that particular line. It's really touching on the African-American community. And of course, this particular video we're going to discuss. And of course, being a former law enforcement officer, I think that this is extremely relevant to what's going on and what's going to continue to be problematic for the African-American community as we go forward. So this is I don't know this brother's name. I do watch a number of his videos. It says mediocre tutorials and reviews. Here's his face right here. I'm going to keep his face wherever his face is. I'm going to block it out, not because I'm certainly giving him his credit and his due, but in his analysis, for his analysis and for his videos, right? So here's the, there's the information at the bottom there. So the name of this video that he titled is "Man Goes Viral for Doing This After Catching His Wife," I think this was actually his girlfriend, cheating. So I agree with the brother's assessment, and as we'll go through the video, that his reaction and how he handled this was completely wrong, completely childlike. He was a man-child, all up in his feelings, all up in his emotions. Your girl stepped out, and we get it, man. We get it. You're angry, you're mad. As a police officer, I saw it all the time, people acting a fool and all this kind of stuff. But I want to, so that angle has already been approached by this brother. You can go to his video, watch the full video for his analysis and his breakdown and all that. But what I want to do is break down what I think is a problematic, not only from the guy's perspective, but also the ineffectiveness of the police officers. And this ineffectiveness, I think, comes from what we have called in the police world, the Ferguson effect, right? Police officers not wanting to do anything, afraid of being on viral videos, afraid of doing anything. Think about this before 2014, 2015, Michael Brown riots breaking out and things along those lines. In Ferguson, Missouri, obviously. This type of thing by police officers standing around watching this display, this tantrum, this grown man tantrum display, would never have happened post 2014, probably even 2016, 17 as well. But we've, and I want to say emasculated, but we've so I'm trying to think of the right word for it. So handcuffed the minds of the police officer, and this is the Ferguson effect, right? This is the officer standing around doing nothing while this man behaves like a grown, not even a grown, an adult child, a big child. And so this is what we have come to, and we've got to take a grip on this. We've got to understand that we've got to allow our police officers to keep our community safe, and while doing their job. And this is an example of that gone amok in a ride. So I'm going to jump around for a little bit of this because I don't want to talk about this brother's commentary, but we'll get into the video right here. So let's see. We'll start it off from the video, from the actual video here.
What's going on? Like, somebody tell me something.
He came a week ago to get all his stuff out.
Okay.
He has no clothing, no nothing. I have the messages where he said, "I'm moving out. I'm done."
Okay.
Now he came back. Remember, this was a week ago. Came back. Now he's talking about all this is his. No, it's not. When we moved in here, we went half on everything.
Okay.
I paid for us to move in this house. I put $5,000. We've been here for a year now.
So basically, if I'm understanding, this is like a big dispute over property, right?
Yeah, because we're breaking up.
Okay.
I want my shit back to go.
Okay, so here the brother's giving his commentary. I'm not going to break down his commentary, but he's talking about how he's seeing a bunch of different officers. There's 3 officers here, and there's a back and forth going on here. There's back and forth between the combatants, if you will, right? The complainants. There's a woman on the porch. You just heard her talk about how this man has moved out and whatever, and now the guy's starting to chime in, talking about his how he was living there and he's still on the lease and things like that. As the police officers, you got to get control of the scene. You got to get control of the scene. You got to get control of the scene, and after all that, you got to get control and maintain control of the scene. You can't allow what's going on here. They're barking back and forth, right? There's people. I don't know if my cursor showing up, but there's people who live in these houses, right? They may be looking out the window. There may be kids there. I don't know what time of day or day of the week this is or whatever, but you got to get control of the scene, and you're there to bring the peace, and you should not be causing more disturbance. People are already looking out their windows because they may have heard the ruckus or because the police officers are just there, period. But when you allow people to scream and yell, you're not controlling the scene. And here's what's not going on. And this is not, my analysis is not strictly shots at the police officers. I'm talking about what's happened to policing. I'm talking about what's happened to policing and their ineffectiveness in order to deal with what's going on here. That's my point in doing this, not these individual officers, because I think that they want to do their job, but because of fear of viral videos, fear of, and the whole effect of the Ferguson effect, they're not doing their job effectively and efficiently as they should be doing it. Now, it's true that these individuals did not end up putting hands on each other, but there's still a peaceful aspect to this, and there's still some things that we'll see from the video that really should not have been allowed to happen.
This is my house.
We don't look. I'll tell both of y'all. Look, hey, can you listen to me real quick?
What's up?
We don't don't be disrespectful.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. Look, we don't
understand the situation.
I get it.
And
Listen, can I talk?
But these motherfuckers is blocking me in the house.
Okay, can I talk?
She's trying to stab me with that
I
motherfucker.
stood in front of my kids, you are lying on my kids, bro. You're so extra.
What's up?
All right, listen. I'm gonna tell both of y'all right now. We do not divvy up property. Okay. Ever.
So it's mine.
Time out.
No,
Ever.
it's not.
In any scenario, we just don't do it. Okay. All right, now, so that's a civil thing. Okay, so whether or not who paid for what, we don't do it because I can't prove it right now.
Okay, well, I'm not
now, what I will say, hang on, time out.
Let me take
time
whatever.
out.
Tell
no, I am.
to pay for it.
See?
So you can see the police officer here is losing control. They're not listening. They're very heightened emotional state, right? He's been cheated on. He wants to take his stuff, his property. She's emotional too because this guy's coming in and out of the house taking stuff. He's not taking control. He tried to get control. The officer tried to get control. It's not working. You got to separate them, right? From this point on, you got to separate them because they're not able to talk. They're in this heightened state of emotional. They're in a heightened emotional state. They're not able to communicate effectively, and so therefore they're not going to listen, right? So, and it just continues to go downhill from here.
Talking about, I am disrespectful. You.
I am disrespectful. Listen, you can't allow this to go on.
Okay, so here's
I'm
the other
paying
thing.
all the bills.
You're paying.
While I'm gone.
Stop. He ain't got nowhere to take it.
I got a storage.
Listen.
How about that?
You gonna put this
Can we find a
I'll put
day
the shit
maybe
on my
where
truck.
like
What you got?
you're not
Put it
here
back
and he
in the
can come
house.
get his
No.
stuff?
Yeah, we can find a day.
I think that'd be better.
He
So.
took all his
I'm
stuff
gone.
already.
Okay.
I'm gone.
Oh, so you
Meaning
got
that he
everything?
already.
All right.
Meaning that he already left. I have the text message. You already moved out.
Okay.
Now you're breaking the enter because you don't live here no more. You voluntarily moved out.
Still on the list.
No, she's trying to play police officer. You're breaking and entering. Listen, let the cops, let the professionals do their job. Right? Don't tell us what the job is. But listen. Again, this might seem like I'm being harsh on the police officers, but I think that it's an effect that they're operating under. This is my point. This is an effect that they're operating under.
You voluntarily moved out.
We won't be able to do anything with that. So.
You can take him to court and you fix him.
He's not. She can do whatever she wants.
He's not taking this. He's not taking this. I also got in my text messages.
We're establishing ground rules right here, because I'm not going to stop anybody from taking anything.
Excuse me,
okay?
please.
But here's the thing: hey, stop for 1 second and let me talk. If anybody puts hands on somebody in front of us, you understand we're going to do our job. Do we all understand that?
I'm not even agreeing. Listen, this is different state, different, obviously different times. I'm not even sure I would have let them start moving things in and out of the house, right? I'm not sure I would have allowed them to do that, right? Who paid for things? Who did this? Take it to court. He's not going to stop anyone from taking things in and out of the house. because he can't prove who did what or who paid for what or who's got receipts. That's something for them to decide at a later date and time. You're not going to do it right now. You're not going to cause a scene. Come with established court orders and things along those lines. Come back, as he said, it is a civil matter, not a criminal matter. A civil matter. Take it to court. Establish who did what. Do it the peaceful way. But he's allowing all the officers there are allowing for this type of thing to go on. This is not the way that it ought to be done.
I'm not moving.
Do we all understand this?
Yes.
Okay. I can't make her move. I can't make you move. Okay.
I ain't got
Okay, and then we'll leave. So I mean, it is what it is. So I'm sorry it's like that, but I'm just telling you, like, you guys got to figure something out.
No.
Because I don't like putting DV charges on people.
But that's what he's doing at this point. Exactly.
It's not, but still.
Bitch, you was cheating on me.
So what?
Hey,
It's not in the law. That's
young lady.
It's not against
Girl, you was cheating on me. So what? And they're yelling and screaming outside. This is not acceptable. This is not acceptable. They are outside yelling and screaming, talking about you cheating on me, using profanity left and right. You can't allow this, right? But again, I'm really being very specific in that this is the culture that we are operating under, as police officers. Now, as far as the African American community, listen. This is not helping our image. It's not helping. It's not helping.
You think you about to
Young lady, how is this helping though?
That I paid
It's
for?
not helping, but you're not about to. I got
Food,
kids.
my shit that I
You're not
paid
doing
for.
that. You done pulled all the food out my refrigerator like you need to grow up. You need to grow up.
Food out the refrigerator. Now this for the audio out there.
Wow.
For the audience. This man is he's taking appliances and throwing them outside. I don't know if she brought the appliances. Apparently, it's a rental house, so it either belongs to the landlord or to her or to both of them. Or maybe it belongs to him. I don't know. But he's throwing it outside and just throwing it outside, just throwing it off the porch onto the lawn. You can't. This is not peace. You can't allow this as police officers. What if he's doing this? Maybe they've already established that it was his alone, and therefore he has a right to destroy his property. But you can't do it in this context, right? You can't do it in a heightened state of emotional context. You can destroy your property. Yes, that's true. I'm not quite stupid, but you can do that. But you can't do it in the context of. You can't do it in the context of a heightened emotional state, and doing it in which it would be considered disorderly conduct or whatever the appropriate charges are for your particular state, right? Loud nuisance, whatever it would be, right? And right, there's property values and things along those lines. Even though more than likely those aren't enforceable by criminal statutes, right? So, but you still have to be considerate of this. And again, as officers, you should not allow this type of behavior to be occurring.
Not wrong. You're not wrong.
I can do this. I can do this. This is my shit.
I'm sorry, no, sir. I gotta take it back. Here you go.
This is my shit.
Look at this. Look at this.
My shit. I can do this. Right? I can do this, right?
It's your family test.
It's your property. You can do
I
it.
said I'm throwing away $2,000.
All right.
Where did that $2,000 kill himself? He might as well throw his life away.
It was just she had her permit.
Well, the point of this is that you got to establish, if you're going to allow him to do this, right, in this particular context, you got to establish that it was actually his. You got to bring receipts. I'm disagreeing with how they're handling this situation. Foolishness.
That was her gun, so she handed it to me.
Yes, sir. Let me go get my keys.
As of right now, this is look. It's not. No, it was just yeah. I mean, it sucks, but as of right now, you can damage your own property.
So you can see here that he's throwing items right down on the ground. It looks like a stove he just threw down. They continue to argue outside loudly.
Hey.
Sunday night.
He can keep answering
Yes.
my home, making threats and stuff.
Yes, because
His name's on a lease.
Legally, he lives
threats
there.
and stuff. I got proof.
You both said he's on a lease, so
Yeah.
I know you both say he's on a lease. I can't.
He's on a lease, he can go in there.
I'm not trying to.
At this point, he don't get the joy, so I'm okay with that. I got the bread to replace it.
Okay.
I got the
All right.
bread and I got the man to replace it for
Ma'am,
me.
real quick.
Oh, wow.
See, again, okay. Listen, they're arguing outside. They're going back and forth. This is the point that I'm trying to make here. You can't allow this to continue to go.
Can you just throw that comb up there for a minute, just please? Thank you. Sue him for. Yeah, you can record all you want. I got recording too, so I mean it's whatever you guys can request it. Like I'm not look, and to be clear, I'm not trying to clown nobody here. I can't do that.
Yeah. Peacefully.
Peacefully.
What that mean? You been slick all the time crying and boo-hooing. Damn.
Here's where she comes from.
What are you doing with your cars? I walk with it.
There you go.
For what? It don't work. Yeah, but if it hit me, I'm sure it's probably part of this.
So going forward.
Shout out to the cops, is patient as hell.
Somebody talking to me?
All things considered.
We'll wait.
Can I get a report number 2?
Yeah, and then I'll get your information so that it'll be all documented.
Thank you so much.
It was going to do a miscellaneous report, so it's nothing special. We're just going to say that we came here and what was happening.
Right.
We'll be done.
That's all that needs to happen. I don't want to record it.
Right.
You know, y'all always in favor for these fast women, man.
I'm not in favor for anybody, bro.
She called the first person she called is the person.
What did we do when we came up?
Okay, I think we're gonna end it off there, right? So he's talking about you're in favor of these particular ladies, right? You as police officers are always taking a lady's side and all that. They were extremely patient with both of you. In fact, too patient, in my opinion. You caused a public disturbance, a breach of peace, disorderly conduct. You by throwing items outside, yelling, screaming, and all that. And I think that this is completely wrong, completely in a bad situation. You embarrassed yourselves personally. You made yourself look foolish. You made yourself look foolish as a couple, as individuals. She's out there yelling, yeah, so what? I cheated on you. He's out there, you did this, you did that, and throwing numerous appliances. Looks like a couple stove, maybe a washing machine, threw it outside. No place to do it, and just going to leave it there as the video continues. I think he's gonna get in his car and drive away with these appliances that are outside that he's broken. Right? It's got to be criminal mischief. In a domestic violence context, I can't imagine this going on. Just because the police are there, you can't be around breaking property, joint property, if you both lived there and both had the means to use it. Right, so this is why it's got to be settled in a court matter as to who it belongs to and who can take it and things along those lines. But then eventually she says it's okay, I'll get it replaced or whatever. So. But my point is to talk about the lack of respect for police officers, their lack of interaction, lack of doing anything in this context. And I can't imagine this happening prior to 2016, 15, 14. And I think it's just continuing to get worse with the Ferguson effect, which is affecting so many other venues and lines of law enforcement. So I'm going to leave the video off right there. What do you think about this video? You can go over to my man's video, MTR Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. You can check out his check this out and all that. So until next time, let me know your thoughts, your opinions. What's the state of law enforcement today? Is this acceptable? Is this what you want when you call the police? Did you just want them to sit back and watch as your spouse or former spouse or whatever is breaking things and moving things out? Do you want the police not to do anything and just allow this to happen? Right? Or should, we're not expecting them to check receipts. What they should have done is separated them and told them, listen, you got to go to court and get this. You're not taking anything out the house. We don't know what belongs to who. We're not going to stand here while you break property. I don't know whose it is. And you're not going to yell and scream like we're a bunch of animals out in the middle of a nice, looks like nice neighborhood. For the audio audience out there, you can't see, but these are one family homes that these people are living in, whether they own it themselves or whether they're renting or leasing. It's a seemingly nice neighborhood, right? This is not the quote unquote apartment buildings, more urban areas, right? Really, really crazy. And the name of this video again, this man goes viral for doing this after catching his wife cheating. So listen, it hurts and it sucks to get cheated on. It hurts and it sucks to be paying bills and rent and find out that your significant other is not being faithful to you. Yes, I get that. I absolutely get that. However, the way that you go about this has to be in a different way, view, and light. So let me know your thoughts, your opinions. Until next time, much love and peace.